This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
I don't know what to do.
No?
No, Scotty's not over there chirping. David Double D Dykstra.
Yeah, it's usually the
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston. We got Frankie being quiet as a church mouse back there right now.
Yeah.
Welcome into Blow. Oh. Bad Karma Wrestling. BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub. I'm David Double D Dykstra. That's my tag team partner as always.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
Woo! You'd think I took a bad bump over the weekend at Revolution the way we started off.
Did you take a pile driver to on a steel chair today? Could have. Well, there you go. We are your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestling show. Let's see if that can stick.
Hashtag it.
There we go.
Hashtag.
That's a little long of a hashtag, but we can do it.
Hashtag.
We'll abbreviate it.
Say it again.
Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestling show on the internet.
Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestling show
on the internet.
No.
Of all time. Greatest thing ever.
Jesus Christ.
Then, now, forever together. Amen.
Oh, no, can't do that. No, can't do that. No. Hi.
Hey,
how's it going? Welcome into Bad Karma Wrestling. I almost did it again.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. We got a lot to get through today. You'd think I smoked myself stupid or something before the show. I didn't do it, but I think somebody else may have.
Yeah, keep it together there, Frankie.
We got a lot to get to.
Yes.
First and foremost, AEW.
AEW.
AEW. Which is probably the way MJF was talking after he landed on his face.
His hand was bruised up. I saw that on Dynamite. That was, ugh.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
When the Nation of Domination comes a calling.
Oh, that's true.
We'll get to that in a second. Overall, do you want to go overall thoughts first? Do you want to break down the matches?
Yeah. Overall thoughts. I mean, we gotta hit the.
Let's do matches first.
Okay.
Do you want to just start off with maybe the dark matches?
Yeah. I mean, obviously nothing to get to.
I'm sorry, 0 hour.
Yes.
Apologies.
Yeah.
They weren't dark.
I'll say the boom hour.
They weren't like John Cena. We could see them.
Big boom hour. Big boom hour indeed.
Oh, there you go.
Big Boom AJ, Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe defeated the M&M collection. It wasn't obviously the best match overall, but
did you not think that was?
Oh yeah, happen? No, of course, but it was fun. The comedy, the stuff that was in it, the power bomb by.
I love the cookie eating.
The cookie eating, the pie eating.
No, just the fact that he shoved it in what's his name's face, Mansoor. Mansoor. Face, and he goes, yeah. I can't eat that. That has carbs.
They are a fantastic follow on Twitter, by the way.
I bet.
Yeah, no,
I bet they are.
They're absolutely amazing. I think the funniest thing from X or Twitter was definitely some people making the comparison of of the Rizzler to Terry Funk, because he said he was gonna retire and be out of the limelight, but he came back for one more big pop.
I hate to say it, but I think the kid's put on a good 25 pounds too. He's gotten big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I won't deny.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
The fact that Orange Cassidy leaned into it too is freaking great.
Oh yeah,
because I think Orange Cassidy realizes that without the internet, he'd probably be nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna think
he'd be another wrestler.
You think Orange Cassidy's not gonna play ball with something like at all ever? Like Tony Khan's gonna give him an idea, he's most likely gonna do it. Like he doesn't. I don't think he's exactly a puppet in that stance, but just if it's a comedy gimmick, it's still up his alley, so it works.
Well,
and then again, you're right, being an internet sensation.
Let me harken back then to what was it, Revolution 2020, where he made his debut.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's like, what is this? What is this? And then he flips the gear and everybody's like, no.
Yeah.
What is this?
Exactly. No, I mean the matchup between him and Pac. I mean him the idea that him and Zack Sabre Jr. at for the first Forbidden Door. I mean it's you give him an opportunity, he can actually roll with the punches. And that the main event and the one roll up with his hands in his pocket against Henchero.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Like again, I mean Taz made the comment. He goes, guys might be laughing in the crowd, but that takes a lot of strength and a lot of effort. And I'm like, he's not wrong. I mean, again, two to tango,
His
but
core is solid.
It was awesome.
It's
it was
a
fun.
solid core.
I mean, the only thing obviously from like storyline aspect was Jericho versus Gravity, which ended in a no contest. Immediately was a gang, a beat up, a brawl, ripped off Gravity's mask. Gravity is apparently, I don't know if it's storyline or real, but Gravity is the brother of
that's
Bandito.
real.
Okay, so for real, Bandito comes out to protect his brother, hits him while his mother and his sister, again, not for real. So, I mean, again, if you're trying to actually add something to this storyline, here you go. You get some blood feud.
Yeah, I love it. We're getting mid-'90s Chris Jericho all over again, where he's stealing masks.
Yeah. Kids like Frankie haven't seen that yet, so it's all right.
Well, it's just like the whole NWO line. Are we just going to steal every great thing that the WCW ever did?
I mean, they're far and few in between, so yeah, you could.
What's next? Is Raven going to come back and have his...
You already had the blood fall from the ceiling. That's why Malachi Black is gone. What else? Yeah, no, we're not going to get a finger poke of death. I don't think that's going to happen.
You never know. Jeff Jarrett is in.
Jeff Jarrett is still there breaking guitars overhead. So this is entirely possible. Adam Copeland's doing Hulk Hogan jobs. Hey, we're getting there. But I think there was one other match I can't really remember. But
WCW.
0 Hour is the 0 hour for a reason. So
I like the 8-man.
I didn't catch it.
United Kingdom and Danny Garcia versus.
Oh, that's right.
Oh crap!
Criminy Jim Jams.
See, this is why I should write things down.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. We're getting there.
It was the bounty hunter and 3 of the Don Callis family.
Probably that sounds about right. I'm still trying to take a crappa. What?
Take a crappa.
Takeshna? Wow, that's incredible. That's incredibly insane that you would say that. Yeah, I'm not. Okay,
don't worry about it. That was a solid match.
Yeah, never mind.
You want to get to the actual card?
Yeah, let's just talk the card.
Let's just get to the card.
All right,
Get to the kid.
To open it up, Hangman defeats MJF in a wow. This was awesome to see. Obviously, I'm just going to be basically saying that the entire night. But the pile driver spot on the chair, which is why Bully Ray won't review this match. I mean, this was the only match that didn't have a stipulation or a title match connected to it. But overall, continued the storyline, and then they ended up running into each other later on Dynamite. So, MJF, like, either one, this boosts Hangman. Doesn't really matter to MJF. He can survive a loss. So, and then later on, we see him again. We'll get to his next step, maybe.
We can talk about the almost death move from MJF.
Yeah, landing on his face. Yeah, saved his body from getting really hurt there. But
I texted the boys. I was like, MJF's dead. MJF's dead. He straight up landed on his face.
I mean, compared to the other spots and other mishaps, possibly.
And I thought that was going to be the worst one of the night.
No.
Boy, was I wrong.
No, we were just getting started.
We were just getting started. Wow. Yeah.
Hachi Machi.
Some missed spots throughout this entire pay-per-view.
Okay, not a ton.
They were, to their credit.
Yes.
I think it was because everybody was going.
Everyone was going balls to the wall.
You'll like this one. Everybody was going all out.
Exactly right. And then
that
was the report.
Out, get it?
That was the
get
report
it?
after for anybody that was like dogging Dynamite this week. They're like, oh, everyone was doing, promos for the most part. All the top
Because
stars.
no one could walk.
Everyone was beat to hell.
As
Will Ospreay.
is it said in one of the dirt sheets? Everybody was beat to
Yeah. Will Ospreay visibly beat up. Timeless Tony Storm was bleeding the entire night essentially. I mean, again, yeah, the way that Ospreay was walking out, again, how bruised up MJF hand was. You're only getting a Hangman and MJF little promo crossfire. Like, there was a reason why you saw Will Hobbs with a couple of cruiserweights and Brian Cage on the other side.
Yeah, he came out to save people.
Yeah,
in a Lakers uniform.
Yeah, exactly right. So it was interesting to see. People were banged up. So yeah. Continuing on, or any other thoughts on Hangman and I really love this storyline.
It was a solid match. Good storyline. I wouldn't say great.
I don't know if they're putting a pin in it or.
I don't think they are.
Okay.
I think they're going to build to something bigger, badder, nastier. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up like most of Hangman's matches.
Yeah.
Ends up in like a Texas death match.
Yeah, I could see that.
Again.
I don't know if it's going to necessarily be a right-away trilogy. I think it's just going to be spread out over time because the way it kind of came off on Dynamite was Excalibur was going, oh, you know, the way that they're talking, this is going to go back and forth for years to come right now. So, again, I don't know if they're putting a quick little pause on Hangman and MJF. Yes, they are. Speaking of pillars, someone Google search really, how long does it take to climb Mount Everest? Like, is this... Like, Darby, where are you, Darby?
Let's talk about the other. Where the F is Jack Perry?
Yeah, honestly, that too. I think Jack Perry is probably holding up with the Young Bucks, who also, where are you guys? Funniest thing. I think this was the funniest thing. Did you see the same report over the last week or so? Having reports that the Young Bucks were backstage at AEW.
Of course they were.
Wow. I mean, it's that's the same
They're
headline.
Producers.
Similar headline would be, wow, Jeff Bezos at headquarters of Amazon. Like, what are we doing here? What are we talking about?
Just so everybody knows, Triple H was backstage at the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Ted Turner at TNT, TNN conferences. Like, I don't understand how that's a headline, but whatever. If people
just because they're not wrestling doesn't mean they're not there.
Yeah. Exactly. Either that or it's like an essay. Like, you got to just fill in your characters. You got to get in your words per minute.
That's as bad as going, hey, did you guys know that Kenny Omega scripts out his matches?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Is this news? We're making
No.
We're just rehashing old news today. Oh yeah, it's fine. I don't think this was necessarily the same order, but I mean we can still go with it. Continental Championship match.
It is not the same order. But
oh no, it was the Monet match.
Yep.
Sorry. We'll bounce that. For the TBS title, Mercedes Moné defeats and retains against Momo Watanabe, which again followed it up. Honestly, yeah, it's a pretty solid match.
Nice job, Monet. You finally had your second good match in AEW. Woo!
Well, no, didn't she have two with Statlander?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're third. Wait. Let's do it. The third. That's all right.
I'm gonna say there's probably more. I'm gonna say there's probably a couple more, but I think it is just a scapegoat and a really just a lazy way out to just kind of not like Monet. You've not liked her for a while, but other people kind of have just only since the switch have people just
teacher.
Yeah.
I will give her props because she got kicked in the larynx.
Yes.
Like straight on kicked in the larynx. Couldn't talk on Dynamite because she's still recovering from getting full-fledged kicked in the larynx.
Yes. Yeah. All right in the throat.
And she finished the match.
Yes.
So good for her.
Yes, absolutely.
I did know something was wrong, though, when she goes, oh, and then kept going, oh.
Yeah, holding her mouth, and obviously Momo kind of leans in and goes, sorry, like, my bad.
Botch number 2 of the night.
Yeah. Back-to-back didn't look that great on paper. But overall, you kind of knew going in that Momo was not going to be coming out with
Momo wasn't
TV.
Winning the title.
Yeah.
Honest to God, the only person right now that I could see taking that belt off of her, unless she gets injured, is Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah, I see Tony Storm, or they're really pushing Megan Bayne.
Stop.
They're giving Megan Bayne almost the Jade Cargill treatment.
I was about to say, so what? Just the Caucasian version of Jade Cargill?
I mean, I saw that.
I'm being completely honest when I say it's ridiculous.
And now that Mike Bailey is in, it's kind of it's Mike Bailey in, Malachi Black out. Jade Cargill's gone, Megan Bayne in. That was one of the comparison I can make. What was another recent add-on?
Beast Mortos in, Penta out.
Oh no, they have hologram, but I would say Beast Mortos in and Penta out. They're trying to push hologram.
Why?
Well, maybe not hologram. I would say maybe Bandito. I would say Bandito would.
I'm okay with Bandito.
Yeah, I think Bandito is the next.
I like
up.
Bandito.
Yeah.
I have no idea why they're pushing hologram. He has at least 2 to 3 missed spots every match.
Okay. I mean, that's for any really high flyer.
Not if you're a good one.
Sure. I mean, even again, Penta now falls every now and again.
Oh, I don't deny that.
Yeah.
But when it's every match, there's an issue.
Yeah, sure. So next up after Momo, what do we have? I can't remember. Was it Okada Brody?
Yep.
Okay, so for the Continental Championship, Okada defeats Brody, retains the Continental Championship, kind of setting up for later on down the line storyline, I believe, but we'll get to that in just a little bit.
It's a bruiser.
Yeah, this was fun.
That's as hard. Like when you get chopped. Question.
Yes.
Did you notice happened to Okada's arms?
What do you mean?
Did you not see it? I don't know if it was rope burn. He was cut open on this arm and bleeding into his elbow pad.
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
And he had a huge rash on this arm.
No.
Go back and watch. Well,
I
you can't really go back and watch the replay unless you want to order it again for a lot of money.
So it doesn't. When you buy it on Amazon, you don't get a replay of it.
No, I think you get a replay.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched a replay yet, though. I'm just saying. No, during that match, I don't know what happened. I couldn't remember exact. He had rope burn on his right arm from like here to here, and then he his sleeve started falling, his elbow pad started falling, and he had like a visible like rope rash, rope burn here that was bleeding.
Yikes.
And I was like, ew, what happened? But other than that, I don't
recall.
It was just a banger of a match.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
Brody did not come out of there looking bad at all.
No, he never does. Honestly, he never does. Bro, I remember the one spot that's coming to mind for sure. Okada on the chair on the outside, Brody going full force and just that steel guard that had no give at all. No give at all. That was all just That was all Okada just absorbing Brody.
No, Okada moved.
No, he was still sitting
was
there.
The second one?
That was the first one, I believe.
The first one he moved.
Oh, okay.
The second one he did.
Well, when he connected and it was all Brody King, that was quite an ouchie for sure. So
ouchie.
Yeah. Overall, again, just both coming out looking great. Okada continues his dominance. So there you are.
Boo boo.
Yeah. On to, was it the tag titles or was the number one contender? I believe it was Swerve.
It might have been. You can go either.
Yeah, I'll go Swerve and Ricochet. Swerve for the number one contender for the World Heavyweight title. Swerve taking on Ricochet. Swerve taking the dub here.
Wow.
Yes. Swerve is able to win, get the robe, and give it to Prince Nana. Everyone can finally swerve when they drive in peace now. That makes sense. Overall, pretty solid like always. Ricochet into the tournament for the continent to face Omega, and Swerve will be one of the 8 people now that are eyeing for the World Heavyweight title. So we'll see how that pans out. Any thoughts, questions, concerns on the match?
What did I think of the match?
One of the many
Banger.
high quality 5 stars. Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, solid up and down.
Yes.
And violent. I think more violent than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be more technique than it would be like
bruising,
brutal. But I was wrong. I was wrong.
I was wrong in all the right ways.
Yeah, so it's solid match. Swerve ending the show with a top balcony stomp was nice.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. No. Again, overall.
Let's get to the worst match of the night. You just talked about it.
Oh, the tag titles.
Oh, yuck.
You didn't like it?
Yuck.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Forgettable.
Not only forgettable, but it looked like and I hate saying this because I love their gimmick. It looked like the Outrunners were outside their box.
Okay.
Like they were outside their comfort zone, not
Gotcha.
yet ready for prime time kind of players.
Okay.
Really bad missed spots, really bad missed, botches that as a professional wrestler are staples and need to be fluid and for people to I honestly think that Bobby Lashley got pissed off during that match. And
I was gonna ask you that, and maybe this was just me. Maybe I'm picking up on the wrong thing, but it seems like towards the end of Hurt Syndicate tag matches, they turn into a match within a match. It turns into a squash match, like right at the end. So within the last minute or two, it's just nonstop offense from Shelton and Bobby Lashley, and looked pretty aggressive. So
I think so. I would say they were trying to work with the Outrunners. I'm gonna call this legit, where Lashley got pissed.
Okay.
Because remember the power slam?
I think so. Yeah.
And he goofed it the first time, and Bobby literally just picked him up and was like, screw this. Power slams. And then from that point on, there were no botches because they were doing all the offensive stuff.
Yeah.
So to me, it was Bobby and Shelton Benjamin going, man, we're better than this. Why are we in here and these guys making us look bad? Let's get to the next.
Yeah. God, we need either FTR in there.
I don't know how banged up FTR is.
Very.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they keep saying, hey, we're going to take some time off.
Yeah.
We're super banged up. And then 2 weeks later.
They were just on Collision with Roderick Strong and
That's
Kyle O'Reilly.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's tough to read FTR right now. I mean, obviously Young Bucks can come back. And I mean, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, one of those combo of the three.
Wouldn't be a bad thing.
No, not at all.
Wouldn't be a bad thing. Hey,
not at all.
Hounds of Hell. I'd love that.
Yeah. So Hurt Syndicate retains tag titles if we didn't already say. We do hurt people indeed. On to Takeshita and Kenny Omega for the international title.
How did these two walk out of the ring afterwards? And I'm gonna say this about probably the next two matches.
Yeah.
Takeshita's
a different breed.
You could visibly see the exhaustion after the 1, 2, 3 was counted. On both, I didn't think Kenny was good up.
Yeah. No, they did everything to work and beat up his intestines. Where they cut out 2 feet of intestines of him. They worked his stomach the entire match.
Nothing like being chopped so hard that you bleed.
Yeah. The gut, the side, the table on the side. Don Callis getting involved in every sort of way that he could. That bastard. God. But he does. In that same vein, I think he's still so awesome. He does such a good job being a manager and also, like I said, a very underrated color commentary.
He's very Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yes, with a little bit of Paul Heyman sprinkled in.
A little bit of Paul.
Yeah, I mean, obviously being side by side in an old ECW, being Cyrus the Virus back in the day. I mean, you kind of see the resemblance. So, overall, I mean, yeah, this was crazy. How Omega just keeps making kickouts at one look so good. I'll never know.
That's what everybody wants. The old kick out at one.
Yes.
After about 30 minutes.
Exactly right. I mean, and then I'm trying to think of it. I mean, besides Omega coming out for a promo on Dynamite.
Oh no. My favorite part of Dynamite.
Max and Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Can we talk about Max?
This is great. It is fantastic.
Yes.
I don't. You can like him. You cannot. I hate the freaking mustache. It makes him look so gnarly.
Yeah. I mean, that might be a part of it, but I like the Max, and then he's got the Max logo on his shorts, the Max Caster. The rapping is funny. Obviously, that's been carrying over so funny. The best wrestler gimmick.
And he has to be called it because he has it copyrighted.
The chant. I'm going to try and get that chant going when he actually does come around. He's like, we tried to do this in the last hick town, but we'll see if you can do it better. Oh my God, how did he do it? I heard it only. It's like let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive. Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive, Max.
No,
it's so bad. Oh God, but yes, the Max Caster currently gimmick going on.
And just the straight stud forearm.
Yeah.
Takeshita comes out and goes,
rips his head up. Yeah. Does the blue thigh, the Liger bomb. But overall, I mean, we've seen this run of the mill before, but I would love to see how Max does it. The losing, but still looking funny and coming out and doing the comedy spots. We'll see how this plays out.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
Because eventually they're going to have him win somebody, and everybody's going to be like, oh my God.
Yeah. He'll do something like
so begins the run.
Exactly right. But yeah, no, Omega, Takeshita. I mean, what can you say? Overall banger. Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
100%.
Leading to this was this the Hollywood? Yeah, this is Hollywood ending.
Oh, yeah. We
Steel
got
cage,
I
and then
almost forgot
main
about
event.
my girlfriend. Jesus.
Whew. Yikers. Exactly that. The Hollywood ending for the women's world title. Toni Storm defeats Mariah May. If there ever was a time to put that Scorsese thing of him saying cinema, this is the time. This truly was the time. And you could argue, and I think you can make the case, this should have been the main event. It should have been the main event.
You could make that about
all of them. You can make
3/4 of the matches that happened that night.
Respectfully, besides maybe the tag team and Okada Brody, just because it wouldn't really make sense. Any other one of these could have been the main event. Or maybe, Mercedes Moné. I would throw in Big Boom AJ, but that's just me. But yes, Toni Storm, Mariah May. They beat the tar out of each other. You open up with a double-handed choke slam off the side of the stage. And you get a Taipei death match homage to Ian and Axel Rotten. I don't care. I hate the complaints of I don't like seeing the women in the ring bleed. When all you do is complain,
every month.
I want the Attitude Era back. I want this back. I want that back. And you can't handle blood? Absolutely obnoxious behavior. So this was one of the best trilogies to go on I've ever seen. You can argue again. Liv and Rhea.
I broke Andrew.
Yeah, I think so. Liv and Rhea's trilogy. No, this is how you do a women's trilogy. That is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Mariah May, Toni Storm, fantastic from top to bottom. Mwah.
Now,
more. I want more.
I don't know if she was lying in her promo, but she said she has 16 staples in her head.
Okay.
Was it 4 staples? 4 and then 16 in her lip.
Oh my God.
16 stitches in her lip.
Yikes.
If it was 4 staples in her head, then she didn't cut herself.
Yeah, no. And she got split. Yeah.
Yeah, her head actually hit the stairs.
Oof.
Match number 4, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not doing it to say that it was bad. Like I said, these guys were going out there and they were going hard in every single match. And sometimes when that happens,
the adrenaline kicks in.
I don't want to say
happens.
mistakes, but
you get
people
too amped.
land how they probably shouldn't land.
You get too amped, your timing is off, and maybe it's too fast. That's not my tempo. If you've ever seen Whiplash, not my tempo. You gotta slow it down. Am I speeding or am I rushing? You were probably rushing on this one a lot of these guys, just because again the adrenaline was pumping. I think maybe in everyone's head, it's not maybe like a challenge or like you have to or like a shot at everybody.
It's
but
a can you top this?
Exactly. It's everyone.
100%.
Everyone wants to be the main event, the number one.
Everybody wants to be the match everybody's talking about.
They want to steal the show,
Yep.
and that should be the case for everybody every single time.
Who was it? I think it was the Dudleys when they did the tables, ladders, and chairs with Edge and Christian and
the Hardys.
Hardys walked back to the back and looked at everybody and said, "Follow that."
Yeah, basically, essentially.
Please, let's go.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Yes.
The moment I knew that it wasn't her that had cut herself was when she wiped her eyes and went, "Fudge."
Well, I didn't say fudge.
And it wasn't fudge that she said either.
There we go. Nothing gets past.
Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy.
Nothing gets past Frankie.
But that was the moment I was like, okay, she really did hit her head. This is going to be interesting, man. I'll tell you what. For getting your wig split that early in a match and continuing and still being on the way she was.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, timeless. Yeah.
And I'll say this right now. And come at me with it when we post this. I dare you. She's the best women's wrestler in the industry right now.
I'm not
Bar
gonna stop you.
none.
I'll sign my name right next to that statement.
Bar none.
Initials printed. Yes.
And by the way, since he's not here, suck it, Scotty, for not liking her.
That's crazy. He says he doesn't like her promos, which is
He
probably,
doesn't like her promos.
which is probably, yeah. I mean,
I would say in all the professional wrestling, she puts out the best promos.
it's the wrestling and the promos are equivalent, like the way you see it's incredible.
She's on top of the game right now, and everybody else is looking up.
And
at
the
her.
package that they played on Dynamite was amazing to sum up everything, and the voiceover. It was yes.
The production aspect
Yes.
of that was phenomenally
Yes.
well done. I'll
Yes.
give them that. Yes.
Yeah. And they also been killing it with the graphics lately too. I'll shout out there. Next up, the steel cage, the 10th steel cage in AEW history.
Please don't die.
Yes. Never. I mean, just get right to the spot that everyone's.
No one cares about anything else but the almost death of everybody.
I mean, you almost jumped off the bloody cage. yeah. You jumped. Yeah, you did it. You did it. That was absolutely insane. Never have I ever, even in like watching it with a group of people and then listening in the crowd, listening on surround sound, that
Heard a crowd go so
the
dead
crowd was
silent.
so silent and just basically praying to a certain extent. Please don't die. They didn't even want to chant it.
They didn't want to chant it to throw it off. I
was
know.
gasping and like in awe that they're actually going to attempt this, and they did it. I can't believe it. And the fact that Ospreay landed on his side.
Probably has a bone bruise on his head.
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, without a doubt. He was walking a little cockeyed. He was walking with a limp.
A little gimpy.
Lamb. Yeah.
A little
He was not feeling all too well on Dynamite, but yeah, that's what happens when you jump off the bloody cage.
No. You're making it sound way nicer than it actually
Oh
is.
yeah, I know. This was
This is what happens when you jump off a cage. No, this is what happens when you do a Spanish fly with another human being in your arms off the top of a cage.
With arms wide open. Sorry, I don't want to get us also
And then
copywritten.
land on your hip.
Yeah, just
squarely on your
all
hip.
on your side, all of your body weight, all whatever 200 plus pounds.
225.
There you go.
225.
Nice.
He weighs a nice
That's a good
slim
hefty boy.
225.
But yeah, that was insane. Overall, everything, the tax to the wee wee, that's just that made me want to do the Tom and Jerry scream. That was that was brutal.
The other spot that got
Sky
me,
Blue's definitely upset on that one.
The other spot that got me, the Styles Clash on the tag.
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Text to the wee wee. Yeah. Like I said, Sky Blue, not a fan of that one.
Are her and Fletcher together? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, I guess for us, yeah. No. Overall, I mean, yeah, that spot, the yelling in the ring, and I mean,
I'm not a fan of Kyle Fletcher, and here's why.
Sure, shoot.
He's one of those dudes that goes onto TikTok and puts his camera up to the mirror and then just does all the muscle poses. Like he's hot. Stop it. No, they do not. You? I don't have muscles. They're all hidden by the fat.
I'm sure there was an instance or two where you probably had a string of working out, and that even though you were
The only
still
thing
probably,
I look at are my calves. I got sexy calves. That's it.
There you go. I mean,
If beauty was measured on just like this,
yikers.
I'd be a supermodel.
Oh my. You know the postal workers would be very jealous of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, some good calves are always walking around.
Do we have to talk about the last match?
I mean, we have to talk about it for a number of reasons. I want to quickly make just the comparison. I don't know if we're going to mention on the WWE section, but that's how you do a steel cage, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Simple as that.
There's two philosophies.
No, there's the way that you do it the right way, and then there's the little kid making everyone think you did something and you're actually doing nothing the whole time way, where you didn't even need a steel cage in that instance. You could have just probably had a no holds barred, and there you go, and it ends up ruining the match because out comes an interference. An interference.
Why do you
interference in a steel cage match. An interference in a steel cage match ends the match. They're gonna, they're gonna retire at 30 years old.
Frankie coming out swinging!
They're already 30 years old.
Coming out swinging!
They're already 30 years old. They're already past that. They're already way past that. Yeah, and safety
Frankie,
first over there.
Frankie
You know
coming
exactly.
out swinging. We can't even call him a cup of coffee. He's been watching it his entire life. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think my personal opinion is there are cage matches for everyone. Your type of cage match was the one that was held on AEW.
The one that needed
Other people's types of cage matches happened on Monday Night Raw. I'm somewhere in between where I want a little bit of violence, but I don't know if I needed like tax to the wee possible death from a Spanish Fly. It was cool. They pulled it off. But just imagine if they don't pull that off and something atrociously bad happens and both of their careers are then done. Like, then the whole story goes to, well, they didn't need to do that. Why did they do that? That was stupid. Mm-hmm. They pulled it off, though. I'll give them credit where credit's due. But I see your side. I see the other side. I'm somewhere in between where I like some gratuitous violence. I don't need the big grandiose things off the top of the cage.
Even to start off the match with the two of them
climbing on top, that was a cool moment. I'll give them that.
Having him doing the Osprey chant and Kyle Fletcher's closing his ears.
That's great.
A great visual.
Cinematically
Great visual.
Stunning.
Yes, absolutely.
Well done.
Yes.
And then we all went to sleep.
Because, yes, it was the main event. Unfortunately, it was the main event. Okay.
Do you know we've done like 45 minutes just on AEW?
Just on the pay-per-view. We'll have to probably take a breather and then get to the other stuff, and then
45 minutes on this pay-per-view. Well, let's be honest. It's because it was a banger.
It was stacked from top to bottom, and unfortunately at the top, on paper it was a nice idea.
Well,
could have led to
We talked about this
Sure.
already. Let's tell the people what we have a couple different theories on what happened. What happened was the crowd spent at that point after you had the final chapter, you had Takeshita and Omega, and then you had Osprey. Like, all three of those matches were just balls to the wall. I hate using 5-star and then 5-star match. They were upper echelon matches that
They were excellent
crowds,
matches, yes.
The crowd
they
was
exceeded
absolutely
expectations,
one
even if there was high
into.
ones. Yes. I think it was a combination of crowd was spent. It was a storyline-driven match and less physical. It was a Moxley style match, which is different than others, which is a little bit slower to begin with and a lot more of the back and forth hard style stuff.
What I was going to ask you was, do you think maybe Mox and Cope picked the wrong kind of style of match to have in that final match?
Yes, and the leading factor, of course, is, I mean, like we just mentioned, just placement of the match. I would argue you should have had that all the way at the beginning to open the match, and you still could have had a similar outcome where, Swerve wins, and he still has that statement throughout, because you can periodically come back to them in the back, freaking out, bitching and moaning about the outcome of the matchup.
Swerve wins that match, you have Mox come out.
Exactly.
And then Swerve goes at him.
Exactly.
Somehow.
And there were numerous ideas that were like, there were reports of like multiple alternate endings that Revolution could have ended with, and there are no credible sources to it, but I've seen kill switches, the return of Luchasaurus, that could have been a factor. Josh Barnett was rumored to come out and probably try and beat up on John Moxley. That would have been coming out to no pop. I'll say that straight up.
Most people don't know who Josh Barnett
is. Exactly. So that would, besides the GCW sickos that were in that crowd, they probably wouldn't have got much of a reaction.
I'll be very honest with you and tell you I liked the promo on Dynamite better than I liked the match.
I mean, yeah. I mean, again, just the fact that they're running it back with another street fight next week.
Well, not even that so much, but the fact that they're finally like doing something with that family.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
To me,
and this would have been also another instance again, like Darby could have showed up, and because
I think Darby's dead.
Allegedly. This was.
He tried to do an ollie off Everest.
I mean, it was definitely just doomed just because of the
matches that were before it.
7 main events right before this. It was really tough to say. Again, even if you want to go all the way back to the beginning where MJF and that could have been a main event. Arguably, again, being that this was Mercedes Moné, one of her better matches, you could have thrown that in there, and even that would have been better.
Everything that I've heard, and I'm going to preface this by saying somebody in our little tight-knit group says that Cope's turning into Hogan.
Yeah. That's what I saw, and I made a quick jab at it. Here's the thing. Mox and Cope both have creative control over their own characters. So from the reports that they both didn't want a job to each other. Cope hasn't taken a loss or a pin other than losing to Christian, however long ago that was. So he's been undefeated in singles competition. Christian Cage signs it. Everyone's again moaning about that too. Where again, necessarily, did you want Christian Cage? Even if it was just for the storyline, did you want Christian Cage to ever be the World Heavyweight Champion? No, not necessarily. I know you didn't.
I feel like this story has been told before. Wrestlers with their creative control running amok and
ruining it for themselves, ruining it for each other.
Let's see where that 2000 WCW.
Yeah. To where again, I don't think Mox or Cope, if you dropped them tomorrow, it would still save and probably help a little bit in some sort of way. But
Swerve needs to be the champ.
He will be, and he will be.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I mean, there's going to be somebody that's going to be the savior. If it's not him, it's going to be Hangman.
I got a feeling it's Hangman.
There you go.
They run back Swerve and Hangman one more time.
I personally, again,
for the final chapter.
There's different branches. We'll see how the street fight pans out, but I think this kind of leads to Cope maybe focusing on Christian, and that maybe one last ride between those two in that match. Not necessarily both of them.
Screw that. They need to get back together. I don't care if it's heel turn Cope or not. They need to get back together, and E and C need to go after those tag team I don't want to see them hurt people. Hurt people. Can we talk about that just real quick before we go?
Yeah, can I quickly counter? This is what you get when you get to your 40s, 50s, and you're having your match. So I'd rather have them go balls to the wall in their 20s and 30s and go all out, and then instead you get your 45 and 50-year-olds doing this.
Well,
so there you go.
He
there
does
you go.
have his neck triple fused. I give Cope a little leeway when it comes to that stuff.
Can you let me make a point? God almighty.
No, because you're going to poo all over WWE like you always do.
I will. Don't worry. It's my no gimmick. Yeah, of course he is. Tell him to get back to.
Tell him to go wipe his sister's nose.
I was just about to say exactly that. Go get some tissues there, bud.
Babysitter.
Yeah. Oh, knowing him, they probably ran out, so they can't find any.
They're probably watching Barney and Baby Bop right now.
Ooh, that's true. I hope not. A tweet?
Maybe he should worry about cleaning his own arse before he worries about clean matches.
I mean, that's just straight up not true in this card, but I don't know if.
But anyway, can we talk about MVP's offer?
Yeah, let's
really
go.
quick, and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah, that's basically. I mean, Dynamite. We can touch on a quick couple things when we come back, but yeah, basically Dynamite was Speedball's debut, and then this little interaction.
I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I like it? Probably.
It's not bad that for the first time MJF has maybe an ally.
I did see your meme. Like after you told me about the meme, it showed up on my TikTok. I was like, the new Nation of Domination.
It was Nation of Domination with Owen Hart when he joined later on.
People. No.
There's some similarity there that's kind of funny, but it's a different light where kind of actually I thought it was they should have switched it up, switched up the timing because MJF had his promo and then they did Jericho, which kind of the same thing. They're like, oh, they don't fear me, they don't respect me anymore. They kind of have to get that back, and they both kind of said the same thing.
You get no respect until you have 10, Chris.
Yeah, there you go. But exactly that. They got to get back to fearing you type deal. So it was interesting to see for like the first time since MJF had Cody back in the day that MJF has an ally or a friend or something. Well, maybe since the Adam Cole bit, but yeah, we don't want to forget that was the friend. Yeah, that was like the equivalent of like Jericho and Kevin Owens. Kangaroo kick, we miss it. Yeah, that was basically the top stories from Dynamite. We kind of we were able to sprinkle it in throughout our Revolution.
Absolutely.
Thing, so.
Absolutely. Well, when we come back, we hit WWE news, notes, rumors, maybe a little rock and soul connection.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk Bully Ray too.
Oh, you and your thing with Bully Ray, man. I swear on all that is good in the world. We'll talk about it here next on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother. Hey, you get those reports done? Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Where's the boss? Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired! Yeah! Oh, I still get beer.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
Water is delicious. Aquafina is delicious.
Hot quality H2O.
Actually, I'll tell you what. You know what's really delicious? The Brita water filters.
Yeah?
Yeah, they are absolutely amazing.
Chewing on those?
No. My girlfriend bought, because I was running through bottled water like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So she bought me the gallon jug.
Yeah.
With the Brita filter.
Nice.
Dude, the water tastes so good.
We have one of those water, like a office water cooler at the
Colligan
house.
Man?
Huh?
You have the Colligan Man?
Is that what it's called? I don't know. We get the
Colligan
ice.
started it, I think.
We get the Ice Mountain. Just
Ooh.
pop that in there.
Ice Mountain.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that too bougie?
Ice Mountain is not bougie.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Ice
Fiji
Mountain is
would
not,
be.
Ice Mountain's not bougie.
Or Voss.
Voss is bougie.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's not
That's grown.
That's-
That's from grown ups.
that's not purified water. That's
That's that smart water.
what do they call it?
Straight from a glacier.
No.
Oh.
It's like volcanic water.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
What? That's the future's scary, and I'm afraid. That's why I watch wrestling in a dark room.
Let's get to some of this WWE news. I'm David Double D Dykstra. That is No Gimmicks Nick Johnston.
Yes,
we
I
are
am.
Bad Karma Wrestling here at Illinois Media School.
Like and subscribe, guys.
Like, subscribe.
Go find those shorts on YouTube and like them up. Comment away. Those have been fun
Yeah.
to put up. Thank
Tell
you.
us how stupid we are and how silly we are.
Yeah, honestly,
We
interact.
like to know how stupid we are.
Yeah. If we're
Especially tell Scotty how stupid he is.
yeah. I think more content will be coming that way. Clips and
Oh,
besides
for
clips, and
sure.
I think we're gonna.
For sure.
I think we're gonna end up eventually moving just the live over there, just to get it over there.
Yeah.
Probably share still either way. Can you? I mean, probably dumb question. Can you do both? Can we just
Probably.
do both
could-
YouTube channels?
Well, if
simulcast?
we went to share it from X-Bomb and shared it onto ours, yeah. it would be
Okay.
Live on ours.
Or vice versa. You can do
Or vice versa.
You can go live and then premiere it.
We'll probably go
immediately
live
after.
on our YouTube page, and then
Premiere
if
it immediately
Andrew
after
wants
type
to
deal.
share it to his YouTube page, he can.
Okay, that works. All right, swag. That works out.
Because Andrew's a stud.
Hell yeah, works out.
Back there looking like a geeked out Sammy Guevara.
Yeah,
He's looking like a geeked out Sammy Guevara.
yeah.
But he's the actual panda.
Yeah. There's from Panda Express or Panda Express from Pineapple Express when he goes
Somebody's-
big sexy with the glasses. That's what you're going
Somebody's
for.
hungry.
Yeah, no, you can't go wrong with Panda ever, honestly.
Orange chicken?
Oh, all the time, all the time. Put that in my veins. I've been sidebar. I was always afraid to. Okay, I'm pause.
We might have another Eddie Guerrero moment.
Okay, I didn't hear. So pecan? Is it? Is he not a fan of the orange chicken?
You put that above the orange chicken? No. I'm asking either or, sir. That's all that matters.
Oh no. Well, here's the bigger issue. You're getting a bowl. You got to get the whole plate.
You gotta
Okay.
get-
All right. Maybe, okay. My
Now wait a
apologies.
minute. Are you getting the big plate, the 3 where you get 3? What kind of man are you?
He's lean. He's a guy. There you go. Yeah. Eat something. Eat something.
No, your nana says you look like a man.
That was always my fear. I never wanted to work. I never wanted to work a panda because I would.
You didn't want to know?
No, not that. I don't want to know how the sausage is made type deal. And I feel like I would never not want to eat it. I would always. I would.
That's why I don't eat Burger King.
I would probably just swell up to another 100.
I worked at Burger
pounds.
King too long.
Yeah.
See, Frankie has issues with this. We had a discussion about this yesterday.
From your prime. Wow. They did. I think probably when you were still in diapers, the McChicken was still $1. I'm sure.
All I'm going to say, Frankie, is I worked for that place for a very long time.
And I was outside loitering at a McDonald's. I think that
That's all I'll say.
was good times.
Speaking of kings and queens and all those things, let's talk WWE.
Yeah.
TKO umbrella event looming. TKO showcase of UFC, WWE mega card, and their newest venture, the old fisticuffs. TKO getting into boxing. Let me ask you this. I know this isn't a wrestling question. Do you think this is going to exponentially help boxing?
Are they trying? I don't know who they're trying to really raise up. It's going to be the boxing.
They're going to do exactly what they did with. I mean, people knew about UFC before Dana White took over, but Dana White made UFC what it is today.
Sure, and that's
by
really
doing the things that he did with the fighters.
And that's really my thing with maybe just WWE leading to. It's not going to feel this. It's not like Mike Tyson. There's no Mike Tyson in the boxing realm anymore, so you're not going to be able to bring him or she. I maybe I don't know because I don't follow the boxing realm.
Who knew of Forrest and what was his name? The two guys that fought in the first Ultimate
Proving
Fighter.
my point in front of me, but
no.
The Fury, Tyson Fury?
No. Who fought in the first Ultimate Fighter?
Finale. Oh, Forrest Griffin?
Forrest Griffin and the other guy. Exactly. He was from Chicago, too.
CM Punk.
No! But that's legitimately what put UFC back on the map. I think you see TKO taking... I think that's kind of what they're trying to do with LFG.
Okay.
I think that's what they'll try to do with boxing. They'll try to do like an Ultimate Fighter kind of thing and find these guys that are really good fighters, but not maybe known to people.
Well, I think the LFG thing is more they were just trying to strengthen their relationship with A&E because they've been doing a lot of programming with them as well. They just probably need.
Boy,
they just probably
it
need.
must
They just
be
need
nice
another
to
show.
be one of Hunter's better friends.
Oh yeah.
Because all of a sudden, Taker doesn't do jack for the longest time, and all of a sudden, now you can't get him off TV.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Just it.
All our favorite wrestlers are turning into podcasters, man.
He's podcasting. He does his one-man show at every major event. He does LFG. Was just on NXT with Oba. By the way. Woo!
Now
NXT was nice.
Now getting back to this umbrella event,
Yeah.
it's not set in stone, but it's in the talks and it's in the works. And of course, shocker, most likely Saudi Arabia would be the host. That's what they're leaning towards. Again, is it just I don't know if who's saving what's saving to. Again, it's also dirty, disgusting blood money. So I don't really know how this helps. Overall it sucks.
It depends. It depends on what the showcases are. You can sit there and say dirty, filthy blood money. That to me, that's to each their own. If you want to be a part of it, fine. If you don't want to be a part of it, I'm fine with that as well. Everybody has their own opinions on Saudi Arabia. I'm not going to say mine. It is what it is. To me, I think this would be a unique and pretty cool adventure to see have happen. You intertwine 1 minute, you have 3 rings all in the same arena, and then you just round robin the bouts. 1 UFC, 1 boxing, 1 wrestling. 1 UFC, 1 boxing, 1 wrestling.
Mixing those crowds is going to be insane.
Most UFC people love professional wrestling. I know professional wrestling.
There
fans
are
love
a lot of UFC fans that are probably going to be like, WWE, that fake crap. And then all the WWE fans will be like, boxing, that fake crap. And all the boxing fans are going to be like,
no, boxing's not fake. Boxing's rigged.
Same, I mean, 2 parts of the same
No!
half.
No.
Exactly right.
No.
Yeah. And then all the boxing fans are going to be like, that, because there's no boxing fans. So I don't so I don't know.
Hey,
sorry, Tilo.
Tilo, Nick Johnston's opinions are his alone, and no. I mean, yeah, Kendall Gill as well. Sorry.
He's got to have Adam Ray on. I had that little we'll get to that. That's a little nugget.
I don't know
there.
if you saw Evolve over the last week. Guess who made her debut? Smiley.
AJ Lee is never coming back.
Smiling Kaylee Ray.
Oh, Kylie, yeah, Smiley Kylie. Mm-hmm. Oh, good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. I was very happy.
I mean, finally, they're making some use of the WWE ID.
Here we go.
There we go.
Go ahead with your outlandishly biased question that you put into the rundown because you were pissed off at the time you were writing the rundown.
Yeah, I was late, tired. I'm tired, and I work with children. Yeah.
I'm not a child.
No, you don't. That's the CM Punk.
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. WWE ID. I mean, when they're out there, hey guys, you can still book our talent. Don't worry. Hoop-de-doop-de-doo.
I honestly think it's I think you're right on that part. I think it's the indies worry that WWE is going to try and control everything.
That's the point that a lot of people are trying to make, where the indies and people, they're probably not going to book these people because, one, they're going to have to make the WWE ID talent look good. These guys are going to come in with a swelled head thinking there's something when they're probably not. And it's ultimately going to be,
I
just...
vehemently disagree.
Sure, go ahead. Then try and prove me. Try and flip me.
Did you watch NXT last week?
Of course not. What, Roadblock?
Hardy's got over. Moose looked phenomenal. TNA,
Did Moose win?
No.
Okay.
Because it was for the the NXT title.
Yeah, but wasn't it Hardy's? Hardy's against Fraxium.
Yeah, but the Hardys. It was for the Hardys title. Here's the thing. It's business. If you don't want to do business with the WWE, I completely understand that. But they also have to understand that this isn't Vince McMahon's WWE.
But it kind of is when Ricky Saints wins the Defy title and then goes to NXT, doesn't put anybody over in that said same company, just leaves it, drops it, vacates it. And then before that also defeats Kenta, who had an amazing reign before that, but no, because Ricky Saints has to get his time in the limelight, in the indie picture, he then needs to... Exactly that. You don't put it forward. You don't put anybody over in the indie section. You just go on to bigger and better things because you're now, I'm WWE talent now. Sorry.
Well,
sorry. I'm better than you. Sorry. I'm bigger than you. I have a better name. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Yeah, seriously, because you're being an ass clown.
You've been doing this all episode too. I haven't been able to make a whole point this entire episode either.
You're putting over the fact that it was WWE that did this. It wasn't. It was the talent. Ricky Starks chose to drop the title. Ricky Starks chose to do all this before he went to NXT.
Then that's on him too. It's bad. It's bad for business. It's bad for business overall. That's what they're doing. They're not doing business with these guys. Clearly, when they're just on Twitter asking everybody, "Hey, book me," and they're not doing it because they don't want to. They see the writing on the wall.
So then WWE creates just another organization like Evolve, or goes out
They
and
didn't
buys
create them. They'll buy everybody. They keep buying everybody.
or they'll buy MLW.
Further proving my point that exactly that. They ruin every part of the wrestling business. They just buy. Yeah, exactly that. They don't create talent. They buy talent. Haven't been able to create their own star in I don't know how long. Yeah, sure. I mean, but again, Ring of Honor guy. The writing was on the wall. He wasn't a WWE original.
Yeah, everybody's an indie at one point.
Not Roman Reigns, though.
Yeah, Roman was out at FCW.
That's not a real indie.
OVW, real indie.
Okay.
They're all indies. If you're going around, traveling around, doing shows, yeah, they're indies.
All right, well, that's just the way that it is. Like, these guys are not getting booked. That's just, it's simple as that. And I think that's because, well, maybe they're not that talented. It's not that they're not talented. It's just they don't want to get screwed over. The indie promotions do not want to get screwed over.
And that's fine. You can be worried about getting screwed over all you want.
Because there's countless examples of it, but there you go.
Yeah, sure. Business is business, man. Deal with it.
It's just so hypocritical. If AEW or anybody else did this, Tony Khan would be on a crucifix. I don't understand.
Tony Khan did do this.
When?
I don't know. What company does he own now? Oh, wait, that's right, ROH.
Because they were going under.
Yeah.
They were going under by themselves.
And what is...
And they basically, he bought them and bought all the talent. They were going to do it anyways. Yeah, they're not trying to build an empire. He bought it because he wanted the Ring of Honor. He wanted the Ring of Honor vault, basically. He wanted to do exactly what WWE did before. He bought all the vault, all the old how they bought WCW and got all their old tapes, all the ECW stuff, got all their old tapes. He basically did that for the same thing, for the Ring of Honor.
I'm not denying that fact. You just sat here and said if Tony Khan did do that, and I said jack crap about it. I thought it was a great move.
Yeah.
Just like anytime WWE does stuff. Evolve was going out of business. So what does WWE do? We'll come in and we'll buy it, revive it.
Yeah, but this isn't that's not brand new. They've had this since like 2016.
Evolve?
Yeah.
No, it's brand new.
No, it's not. They've had all their old stuff since then. They've had it on the. They used to have it on the WWE network.
They were affiliated. They weren't owned by WWE.
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sure. I mean, again, if we're just gonna not come in here with facts and everything, that's fine. That's completely all right. On to the next one. What do you or what?
Go ahead, bud.
All right. I don't know. Do you want to play ball? I don't understand. What's
ball?
I don't know. What's with the little attitude now?
No, man. Go.
Okay.
Talk.
All right. Sure. Do you want to do? I guess we'll do the roast of WrestleMania. I guess that's another looming currently project they're sitting on. There was the idea that Tony Hinchcliffe would host the roast of WrestleMania, a post WrestleMania comedy event. Not really sure what it would entail. Probably just have a bunch of comedy people and obviously some ex-wrestlers come out and roast WrestleMania, the event, go over to a post match. I'm not really entirely sure how it would pan out, but that's what's kind of up in the air. I'm a Tony Hinchcliffe fan. I like the idea of it. I don't know if you watch Kill Tony, but that's probably what it would be most likely kind of be around. I guess already you're not a fan of it. I don't see the use of it, but
What's the point?
I mean, yeah. I mean, when their demographic is still more child-led, and it's
So one of the comedians can go a little too far, and one of the wrestlers gets pissed off and actually just jaws the dude.
that could happen. I mean, if I don't know if anyone saw when Ric Flair was actually on Kill Tony, he was not a fan of it. A little little inebriated, but still not a fan of the show, and ended up walking off because he's not a fan of bullying. So
Ric Flair inebriated? No way.
yeah.
Color me surprised.
Yeah, he wasn't with, he was there, but he kind of wasn't with us at that particular time. So see how that pans out if there even is one. But again, it's not really, again, trying to hit a bigger audience when their demographic is kind of kid-like. But it's tough. when they're already in Vegas, I can kind of see it's another event to hit, make money.
They're trying to push the envelope at this point.
I think so.
I think they're trying to keep it kid-friendly TV-wise, but then when it hits a certain time at night, they're going a little more risque with it. So, what's the harm? You could try it.
Yeah.
You'd have to tell the guys that are going to do it, listen, these are jokes. Don't take them personally.
Yeah. I guess we just have Shinsuke. Rumors of Shinsuke leaving. I don't know if you also saw he ended up dropping the U.S. title to LA Knight. So we'll get another ravishing LA Knight run with the U.S. title.
I was so pissed. I'm so pissed because now fucking Scotty is just going to be. You want to know why Shinsuke didn't do nothing with it? He wants to get out, and he's getting out. As soon as his contract's up, he's gone.
The reports are that they're trying to keep him. They're trying to maybe try and do something, but again, they don't really have any plans for him. Most likely won't be at WrestleMania.
The report that I heard said
Dunzo?
they're parting ways.
Oh,
at the end
was
of the
this
contract.
recent?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, from the stuff that I saw last night, I just saw a couple different reports. So, yeah, that's as confusing as it is. It probably will end up leading him to him leaving. And even if it doesn't, again, with him not having any plans,
now you
really
get what you want.
What, with Nakamura at AEW possibly?
I guarantee he heads to AEW. Because, unlike WWE, AEW is nice enough to let their stars live at home.
If it's not AEW, it would for sure. New Japan is.
I don't know if they have a place for him in New Japan anymore.
Really?
He's close to 50 now?
Yeah, I think he is 50.
I'm sure he'd come back for maybe a good run there.
Yeah.
And make some money, but at the same time, but at the same time, why not go back home, grieving family, like Frankie said. I'm not sure if that's true or not. If it is, it's very sad. And be able to travel back, do AEWs, have another feud with Okada,
Omega, Ospreay.
Did Omega and Shinsuke ever have a thing? I don't know.
Omega and Nakamura?
Yeah, I don't know if Omega and Nakamura.
Maybe very early on.
It might have been in the DDT days.
Could have been.
But yeah, all those.
Because you go back. I went back and saw some Nakamura Kurt Angle. I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
Takeshita, Nakamura, strong style versus strong style. That would be phenomenal. There's so many things that he could do in AEW that I don't think the WWE style ever truly fit Shinsuke.
Yeah.
They
built him up.
He's only ever had 2 really good matches.
Well, and both of them being in NXT or just his
No,
or you're
NXT.
just counting his WWE run,
His
or
WWE,
his main roster run.
No, I'm talking together. His first match with Sammy was unbelievable, but once again, Sammy, and you could say it for the other guy too. His match versus Seth.
You don't like any of his Styles matches?
No, because they were they felt robotic. They didn't feel like they were free to do what they wanted to.
Yeah.
And I think that whole feud got killed the moment he low blowed AJ for me. I was like, really?
It was that, and he never got over ever.
Yeah.
He never even a fake one, just oopsie one time. No, I think it was AJ Styles all 3 times.
That to me is one. Can I bring, since we're talking about Shinsuke leaving, there are big time rumors that Jeff Cobb might be on his way to WWE.
I saw that. Yeah,
and if that happens, Bloodline.
That's my thing. Are you just gonna throw him in there just because he looks the part?
Reed and Bronson Reed is not Samoan.
He's kind of tossed in there.
He's Aboriginal.
Bronson Reed also, unfortunately, going to take a hiatus from Twitter. I don't know if you saw that.
It's good that he is.
No, he was good on there.
He's good on Twitter, but if
it doesn't fit the character.
If your mental health is not doing well.
Is that the reason?
I don't know, but that's usually why people take breaks from Twitter.
Fair enough.
It's because their mental health is not doing well. I'm going to assume. And I'm sure that's part of it because from everything that I heard, he was back down in Montgomery again, checking on his ankle to see By the way, what kind of fake news put out that Bronson Reed got released?
I didn't see that.
I did. And I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I've never
you got,
seen
like,
anybody.
the equivalent of like NBA sentled. Yeah, you got tricked.
It's all over now. There's ones that have like Bleacher Reports saying that like, and ESPN accounts saying that like, I saw one yesterday on my TikTok that said Keenan Allen had been signed by the Bears, and I was like,
oh yeah, no, I did see Keenan Allen trending. I didn't see that report though, but yeah, that makes sense.
there's a lot of fake accounts out there. People do
Yeah,
your
no,
research.
honestly,
Do your research.
Jeff Cobb. I mean, obviously Jeff Cobb. You float around AEW a little bit in the Ring of Honor realm, but
Here's the other question.
I do think Jeff Cobb can thrive in WWE. He can be. He's a tank.
I got another question for you.
Sure.
Bro. With the recent news of WWE buying a certain wrestling entity,
What was that?
Lucha,
Oh, yeah, but Lucha Underground.
bring back Jeff Cobb as that?
Oh my God. Everyone is this masked all three? I forgot what it was.
I can't remember either. But
Oh,
my
God.
It was so good.
I like I said, a guy like him, similar to like a wide receiver that's quarterback proof. I feel like Jeff Cobb can do well wherever he is. I just hope that they book him right and that, like they would anybody. So
I think he'll probably have a year-long run in NXT.
something that I thought of the other day too, completely unrelated. I know we were talking about Malachi Black coming back. Is he going to be the leader of the Judgment Day type deal? Saw that one video of O'Shea Jackson with CM Punk. And he's like, oh, I hated you when he did that to Jeff Hardy. You were, this, that, and the other. I hated you. And then he goes, check back in 6 months. Is CM Punk the new member leader of the Judgment Day? Is that possible? I'm not saying that must be a need to be. Is that in the ballpark? Something that's possible?
With Punk, it's always possible. It's what Punk wants to do.
Be a leader of a faction again, kind of. And then there's also the tie-in again. I don't know if you saw. I think Punk put up Dominic Mysterio, like little bitch on his story, and then Dominic Mysterio put an old picture of him up there, and he goes old washed, like has been or something like that. Like the alter, it's back and forth. Like you see the interaction, it's there, and small little things. Punk shoulder bumping into Mysterio during promos, like it's on the table. I don't know. I do, and I wouldn't be opposed to it if he kind of slowly.
You'd like a Punk heel turn, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, why not? Show everyone your true color. Yeah, you snake in the grass.
Yeah, Venom.
Yeah.
You're just Venom.
What do you say? You call him a gold digger? Oh, he's the goat.
The goat.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah, duh. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
No. I'll give him top 10.
Oh, yeah. You can give him top 10. 7.5.
Hornswoggle's right above him.
That's about as far as his promos went.
Listen, there's Typhoon confirmed for Hall of Fame. Does that mean that it's not the natural disaster? Is it just Typhoon? Okay, so here's my
I didn't read the report. I didn't see the interview, but he confirmed it on WrestleBinge.
Can I say this?
Sure.
If you're going to start doing this, I don't mind it. But make them do a gimmick one for those guys. Like The Godfather, who...
Like they have the celebrity wing.
Great jobber, great worker. Will never take anything away from him. But the only reason he was popular was because of his gimmick. Typhoon and Earthquake, the only reason they got over was because it wasn't because they were spectacular professional wrestlers. It was their gimmicks. Doink the Clown. Things like that.
Yeah.
No problem having them in a Hall of Fame gimmick wing. But don't put them in the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I think that's the best case you can make for that. Exactly right.
Just like there's a celebrity wing.
Yeah, the celebrity wing. That's why Arnold's in there. That's why.
Pete Rose.
Yeah.
The only Hall of Fame you ever got into.
For now. But yeah, I think, like I said, Typhoon kind of confirmed it. I was hoping maybe he comes out in some sort of form of his Shockmaster gear. He's got to at least bring the helmet
Bust
out.
through the door. bust through
Bust
like
through the door and fall.
Yeah.
If you can
that'd
take
be
that
great.
bump. If you're,
Just
I know.
own it.
Yeah, really, honestly, there's no shame.
I will suggest to you that you go back and watch NXT.
Okay, so I did see clips, a lot of clips from Ethan Page's match. I will definitely check that out.
This Javon kid.
He's like, for understanding, he's 20 years old.
Yeah, he's Frankie's age.
Woo. There you go.
What are you doing with your life, Frankie?
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
I'm going to Florida next week. WWE headquarters.
Now they're in Connecticut.
They,
You can go see the old FC. You can go to
come out
Orlando
in the-
Studios and go hang out at the old Impact Zone.
he'll come out in the hot dog suit and he'll be, I'm the Chicago dog.
That would be a great gimmick. You just squirt mustard on everybody. Hee haw, hee haw. I could be a jobber.
Oh my god. No, that one was solid. The Oba Moose match was fantastic.
Yeah.
The Vakur and Julia match was pretty solid as well.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So,
All right.
I mean, top to
the
bottom.
unification titles, one of only
Hardy's
4.
and Fraxium wasn't horrible either.
I'm sure Scotty got a big pop for the greatest tag teams to ever
As
do
they
it.
lost,
Yeah.
Fraxium got whooped it.
Didn't he say he was like the greatest tag team of the 2000s, the greatest tag team of now? He's trying to pull that.
That horrible.
I know you're watching
a
Scotty,
horrible
so I know
call.
what you're doing. We didn't get to it in AEW. I'm not gonna go super long on it and cut a promo, but Bully Ray, you're dumb. That just whole thing about his tweet, his multiple tweets that he's had these past couple weeks. It might be a mixture of rage bait. He might be genuinely thinking that MJF and Hangman have to come to WWE to be stars or whatever, but it is what it is. He's dumb.
I don't. Okay, can I maybe play devil's advocate here?
Go for it.
I think what Bully Ray is saying is he thinks they're stars now, but to reach that elite status of like a Rock, a Stone Cold,
To reach that ultimate audience, yes, I can if that's the route he was trying to say.
I don't know if that's what he was saying or not, but just playing devil's advocate here, maybe that was what
in
he was trying.
in his bullish New Jersey way of probably not being so smart, he probably
he's from Texas.
He probably wasn't probably was aggressively saying it that way. If you want to put it that way, sure, but
that would be the only
him denying replies kind of tells me otherwise. So no, it's fine. I mean, if you want to pull it up just for the people at home to read it. So yeah, from Bully Ray's account, really enjoyed the MJF and Hangman, the backstage interaction that they had. The whole thing about if you were gonna light me on fire, you would have done it. And then here you go. Can't wait till they're one day both going to be in WWE, learn the correct way to be stars. That's the way. That's the little like jab, the correct way to be stars. I don't know. What's BOAD? Is that something from LFG? Okay. Yeah, we have. I kind of want to watch LFG just to make fun of it, just to see how bad
it's
it is.
not horrible.
Just to see a couple.
Is that
There's been a couple of cringe scenes that have popped
is
up.
that a bad thing? It's not horrible.
Yeah, and then obviously I go in with that mindset, and then I come away with a couple of good things that I'm sure. So
it's just weird to see the Undertaker teaching people.
Yeah, just right in front of you. It's not the same. So
The first
There you
people
go.
he's ever trained in his entire life.
yeah, he's been doing the Hell's Gate for 30 years. You're just gonna ask for the Hell's Gate?
The girl,
Yeah.
the nice little innocent purity
Yeah.
girl that talks like this.
Yeah.
Mr. Taker.
It's funny you do the same impression for Scotty that you did.
Now Scotty's is more like this.
Come on.
Hello, my
God,
name
he's been
is Scotty
getting
Cooper.
so much shrapnel, not even being here. It's so great.
Well,
Oh, I'm
maybe
sure he's right.
maybe he shouldn't have my girlfriend try and defend him.
Oh, there you go.
Don't pick on Scotty so much. He doesn't deserve it. He's a good little boy.
Yeah. Got kicked by
Scotty
Momo.
gets what he deserves.
Mickey Mouse got kicked by Momo.
There's a reason we don't give Frankie stuff. Smart stuff comes out of Frankie's mouth.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, he makes us laugh.
Exactly. Because even then he can kind of be like, yeah, no, I was just kidding. It's a bit. It's part of the bit.
It's part of the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
Bada
oh.
bing.
And then behind it he goes, oh.
Bada bing.
Hey, how you doing? Mamma mia.
All he ever has to do with me is tell me what his Nona said to him.
Yeah, that helps. Well, there you go. I think
You're
we're
looking
good.
like a man. I'm done.
Yeah.
I laugh every time.
Yeah. So I think that's good.
Yeah.
And,
For me, Raw was lackluster.
yeah, it's been the past couple ones.
Once again, we could have this argument about the cage match. Everybody has their own takes on the cage matches.
If for a cage match, they played it safe, and you could argue both ways. You know, if it's supposed to be a blood feud, I would have not. I don't need to see blood and guts, but I would have much rather have seen more than 3 elbows from the top rope and a superplex.
Well,
Is that too much to ask for? I don't know.
How many people have bled?
No, like I said, I wasn't asking for blood and guts, but I need more than 3 elbow drops and a superplex.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine.
And then an interference to end a steel cage. Like I don't.
By the way, I will say this.
When there are rules to a steel cage match, it just baffles me. But go ahead.
No, I'll get. Listen. The highlight of that whole match was Roman Reigns poo pitching Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know Roman had it like that. He picked Rollins up by his freaking shoulders and poo whipped him. Just straight poo whipped him.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, okay.
And that's set up for.
That's why he's the one. I get it now.
And that's set up for the curb stomp. He returned the favor. Yeah.
But he didn't do it with 2 feet, you big punk.
Oh, yeah.
Should have done it with 2 feet.
Yeah, he didn't want to moosh his brains.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I wanted him, you know what I wanted him to do when he got into the cage?
Sure.
I wanted him to grab the tribal, or the back of Wise Man's neck and throw him into the cage because he was consoling Punk.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that.
You didn't?
No, that's
No,
a small little,
that's what happened. After
small
he
little
curb
nugget.
stomped,
Okay.
after he curb stomped Rollins, he turned to the cage and he saw Heyman in there consoling Punk. And
Okay, small little.
he went into the cage and grabbed Punk and threw him into. I wanted him to grab Heyman and throw Heyman into the cage.
Oh wow.
I want to see Heyman sell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. We'll see that eventually when the returns the favor and he probably turns on Roman.
Yeah. Awesome anyway.
There was one other thing from Raw, the interaction between Rhea, Io Sky, and Bianca. Yeah.
Anytime Io Sky can bitch slap 2 women, I'm good with it.
I was just finally saying okay, now she's finally a part of this feud where it was once. Okay, even without the title, okay, how are they going to put the title back on Rhea and make this just a singles competition?
She really hit Bianca too, by the way.
Yeah.
That was your
Well, because it looked like they pie faced her for real twice. So,
yeah, they pie faced her for real twice.
She was going to get a receipt.
She hit Rhea and you kind of heard it, but then she collected on
Like a kaleidoscope.
She connected.
Yeah.
It's a little old one too. Bingita bangita.
Yeah, I mean, again, that was probably the highlights, the big moments from Raw for sure.
Do you want to talk about Chad Gable real quick, and then we'll get to a break?
Oh yes, no, I mean, I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
talking about there was a masked man that interrupted a lucha
Chad Gable.
match.
Oh my God.
Also, yes.
that would be amazing. If Rey Fenix shows up as a heel with Chad Gable, oh my God!
I don't want to already put a water that fire, but they did say that they're Rey Fenix coming in. They're already gonna they're working him in being Lucha Brothers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're already gonna go to that, which
the greatest Mexican tag team of all time, and you're not gonna put them together.
Yeah, and people's seeing the reports, or not seeing the
move
reports, but seeing Penta on main event, you're like, okay, you're like, I wonder why, and then people, it's an easy nugget to be like, okay, taking a jab at them for having Penta there, but I think it's just they're kind of just buying time. They're waiting for they don't want to put him in a serious storyline.
There you go, and now you know why he's been feuding with Ludwig and Pete. They've been biding their time.
Letting him simmer, still making him look great.
Which means he's going to go.
Still
By
doing
the way,
Penta things.
Best entrance in the WWE right now.
Oh, yeah. And they keep adding more to it.
Triple H is like, it's close.
Yeah.
We need one more thing.
Again, not quite my tempo. We need lasers and fire and I don't know. There's gonna be some sort of like parade.
The spinning firework pinwheel.
Yes, and there's probably gonna be a tiger or something like that coming out soon. I'm sure.
Jump out of his chest.
Yes. Oh my God.
3D.
Like how they have like the 50-foot tall Roman. They're gonna have something like that pop up for Penta. I don't know. It'll be a giant thing of that.
My question to you though is, do they then make the Lucha Brothers the staple tag team in Raw because they don't have one other than the War Raiders? Basically.
Yeah.
Or do you send
the Denim
them,
Warriors?
do you send them to SmackDown where tag team wrestling is becoming a thing?
I mean, yeah, they had the whiteboard with everyone connecting everybody, but while you have tag teams, it's kind of tough when pretty dangerously pretty deadly. Thank you.
Yes, boy.
Yeah, they're the number one contenders. Tough look, but it is what it is.
I actually like that look. I like that look.
Then you wear it. Come into the next show looking like the pretty deadly.
You don't. Oh, you mean their actual outfits?
Oh,
you don't like are hard to watch.
No, I mean just there's the style of it. So yeah, it's
They're very British.
British.
It's very British wrestling style.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, either
Eating spuds on a Tuesday with tuna.
All right. Well, let's head to break. When we come back, it's Frankie's fantasy booking.
Yeah.
Here on God Bless America. I quit. It's Bad Karma Wrestling. Bye.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that I have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
It's the rub. It's the Scotty rub
I
now.
know, right?
Now he's. God.
You got progressively got there segment by segment, and you got one more segment to redeem yourself. Go for it. What show are we on?
Bad Karma Wrestling.
BK Dub.
BK Dub.
BK Dub.
BK Dub.
There we go.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
We
sir.
are Bad Karma Wrestling here at Illinois Media School. I don't know why I went into the 1920s there for a second. But,
Yeah, we got a really big show.
yeah.
Andre the Giant's here.
We're gonna go to Frankie's Fantasy Bookings right now, and he's gonna give us former WrestleMania main events. We can do last 5, whatever you. Okay, we're gonna do the last 5 WrestleMania main events, and how we would book them differently.
Okay.
That's easy for me. How about you?
Well, I can't. What was the result? Becky won. Or
Becky 2
won?
belts.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I don't even remember what was in that.
I was under the interpretation that we were, completely changing the outcome of the main event.
Yeah, I'd
my
rebook
understanding.
I'd rebook it this way. This is how I would rebook it.
Sure.
You take Charlotte Flair out. You make it a one-on-one between Becky and Ronda.
Yeah, that would have been pretty solid. That would have been pretty solid.
I think that match in itself, it was a decent match, but it got too muddled up with too many people.
Yeah, and you kind of see that same build-up with a lot of these triple threats. While exactly that, we made the point where WWE's bread and butter is triple threats. It does murky the waters a little bit. It can if not everyone is not at everyone's same pace. So I do actually. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, make it a singles match. Make it Becky and Ronda.
I'm making deals here.
There we go.
I'm making deals with the MC Dubs.
There we go. Bang. That that was Becky 2 belts. That's exactly right. No. I would still have her come out as the champ, but I would just have not Charlotte Flair. I wouldn't make it. Then you can't have it be. Yeah, they were both a champion then.
She wouldn't have been 2 belts, but
you would still get there.
I don't. Then book it this way, because I think that was the start of the 2 different nights, was it not? Okay, so maybe have her do a little Daniel Bryan where she has a match with Charlotte at the beginning of Mania and then Ronda at the end of Mania.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Just saying.
Oh man, and
My name's David
obviously
Double
the
D Dykstra.
legacy.
That's Nick No Gimmicks Johnson. You want people to write for your wrestling, write storylines? We got you.
And you could almost have like the, have Charlotte and Becky. You could have had Charlotte and Becky go basically all out, 20 plus minutes, and have them, have a go crazy, and then have a little squat. Not have to go so crazy with Ronda, obviously. showcase highlight what she can do well, hide what she doesn't do well, have it be a shorter, maybe a 10-minute long matchup type deal, and have the same outcome with everyone exactly that, still standing up with Becky Dubelt.
100%.
There you go.
And then you build the drama because maybe Becky gets put into the figure 8 for a good solid minute or two, and she's limping down to the ring.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like Bret Hart.
Exactly. Selling
Bret
the
Hart
knee.
style.
Exactly. Selling the knee the whole time. Oh, man, Charlotte worked on that knee that whole 20. How can she get over this?
How can Becky win against a woman who knows everything about submissions?
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
This is what we do, Frankie. We sit around in our dark basements and come up with great matches.
Yes. It's not just hate stewing in here. There's a couple of good ideas every now and again. They have my LinkedIn. They know what's up.
Give us the next one. Yeah. I probably...
Are we just going to deny the fact that what the real main event of WrestleMania 36 was? Drew McIntyre and the Big Show? Are we just going to sit here? Are we just going to sit here and ignore the facts?
Would you be okay with having a squash be a...
Would I be okay with Big Show winning the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 36? You're damn right I would be. Big Show choke slams Drew McIntyre through the ring and wins the World Heavyweight title. Everyone's happy. Fair enough.
Yeah, it was Brock. It was Brock and Drew.
Yeah.
Show came out afterwards.
Yeah. And they didn't show it till the Raw after. Yeah. They're like, oh, actually, there was more to WrestleMania 36.
In the Terror Dome.
Yeah. Exactly. Big Show winning the title. And I'm sticking to it.
Whatever.
One more time. And he gets a quick run of titles, and he gets to 17.
Stop.
Mojo. Oh, yeah, Mojo Rawley and Gronk.
Don't make that a thing.
One of the best.
Mojo's just fine where he is now. Mojo's doing just fine for himself.
Doesn't he do?
He's a freaking agent.
Oh, okay. Nice.
For all, the talent.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Nice. Good move.
Getting
good
into movies and stuff.
Good looks. That's good.
He looks completely different.
Oh, nice. He's got his connections.
Long hair,
Yeah.
Hippie, just weird.
Yeah, the Gronkowski figure is still one of my favorite of the WWE collection as of late, so that's pretty solid. Let's go 37.
Can I say dare I say Bianca and Sasha? I remember that match being very, very, very... And you could promote that because it was the first time 2 African-American women main evented WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So you could promote the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there I went. Just cussed.
It's YouTube.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
It happens.
YouTube poop.
I'm over it.
It's okay. We've been going long.
My personal opinion, and I think Nick agrees, the world title matches, in my eyes, should always be one-on-one matches at Mania. Unless you get that weird, freaky, it works kind of scenario where it's
it can't be shoehorned in.
3 of the 10 GOATs of all time with Chris Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels.
I think there's
triple threat.
There's exceptions to the rule.
Okay, I can get down with that.
There's exceptions to the rule. It cannot be forced. It cannot be just shoehorned in. It needs to be natural, where all these guys have had history and past and everything right. So if it lines up just right, I think that triple threats are perfect and where they can be. But yeah, I think you were exactly right. Singles matches for the world title should be the main event.
It should have been Edge and Orton, or no, Edge and Roman.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it could have been that. That'd been nice, but I think him being a little bit older, exactly that, just couldn't go. So 38, What do we got for 38?
What was night 2? No. This should be, this absolutely should have, and night 1 should have been night 2. Yeah, and he stunned Vince. He stunned Austin Theory.
Oh, that was
He stunned McAfee.
That's when Vince took that awful stunner bump, right? Yeah, no, that's almost comparable to the Scott Hall one.
One thing you can really truly say about Austin Theory, he will never go without a job because that kid can sell like nobody's business.
I think he's definitely the definition of like you give him crap, he can make chicken salad out of it or whatever it is.
100%.
Yeah.
And I honestly think this is Triple H, and I know this is where you're going to get mad about it. This is Triple H going, kid, you're 25 years old. Pay your dues. Pay your dues here.
Oh yeah.
And then eventually, because Vince was all about pushing him. Let's push him. He's the next John Cena. Blah 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 blah. And then Triple H is like, all right. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's get you some seasoning. I want you to be completely ready when we give you that push.
Don't let the starlight burn out before you need it type deal.
Vince tried too hard the last 15 years of his career.
Yeah. Probably compensating for a couple other things.
A woman, yeah.
Oh my god. You had a couple of good ones today. It's still the
There's synapses.
You still got it. You still got it.
There's synapses in today.
They're firing all cylinders, baby. Yeah, I mean, if we're just switching matches on switch nights, that's fine.
I mean, to me, that had the bigger amp up than.
Yeah, I'm sure that there was another match night one that could have main evented. Yeah. I'll quickly look night 1. No, not instead of Rock and Roman. Yeah, leave that Brock and Roman. Leave that as the main event. But I mean, was the I would So this was the Johnny Knoxville, Sami Zayn. That could have main evented.
Yeah.
Seth, okay. Yeah, if you want to milk that all the way to the end, but I also like that. That was the opener, was it not?
Let's call a spade there. At that time, that was 2 mid-carders going first. Because Seth
was
had
coming back. Yeah,
Seth had fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, okay.
He wasn't in the spotlight.
No,
as
good.
much.
Yeah, no, good eye.
Have you ever watched Bailey? You've watched Bailey and Sasha. That is the greatest women's match of all time. I don't think I can screw with that one. That was probably one of the best booked WrestleManias in a long time.
Yeah, can't really go wrong there, honestly.
Cena getting squashed. Cena got squashed by Solo. Cena got squashed by my favorite Cena squash was Lesnar though.
Yeah.
The 16 suplexes, belly to back suplexes.
That was good. That thing that might be the I've
that hurt.
Seen swirls of like, hey, look, is it cool to bring Brock back? And we're all like, no, but that would be the only thing I do miss would people counting the suplexes. Yeah. That would be I can't really touch this one.
I can't touch that. No, because both nights ended on an absolute banger.
Yeah, I mean it ended with the most important storyline at that time. So no, you have to have it there. you have to have that
night
outcome.
one led to the story being told night two. So.
Exactly, and you need to have Cody finishing the story, starting a new one if that means that or whatever it means. But it has to have happened the way that it did.
That's fine. 41 for me.
Big Boom AJ versus.
I would have liked to seen Rhea and Bianca one-on-one. As much as I didn't want to see Bianca to win that Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been Bianca and Rhea. I'll be interested to see how that, because these are all. I would put these three top three in the WWE as far as women right now. So,
I mean, again, as much as I joke and I say I don't want it, but you don't want Punky in a main event, but you could put Fragile Phil and Roman and Seth Rollins in one of the main events in night one, and then have the outcome, the Cody Rhodes, John Cena at night two. Do you see a route where they stretch that storyline over both nights in the same way they did 40? Can you really? I mean, not like have them main event both nights, or at least you're gonna see one of them day one. Obviously,
Yeah.
Rocky might come out and introduce just start off the whole day. Welcome back. I brought us here to New Orleans. I broke the news. I'm gonna be this and do that, this whatever, and you'll see come whatever night two that I collect everyone's soul, whatever. I don't know. I'm just as creative with his promos as he's been lately, so.
right, make sure you write it down.
Exactly, yeah, that's true. And going forward, I will be collecting your soul and your soul. So, we'll see.
I'd like to see. Okay, this is going to sound really bad because I really do like Damian Priest. I'd kind of like to see Drew McIntyre in a bigger spotlight.
Oh yeah, this is painful to see, and I think he's kind of McIntyre's kind of that. I mean, in that same breath, how are we doing Logan and Styles? Come on.
Once again, Logan has to have a ring general in there with him.
I'm not denying
Who's
that.
better
I
than
am not
AJ?
gonna deny that.
Who's better than AJ?
Yes. It's just just going down in history. Logan Paul will have a WrestleMania match against AJ Styles.
Jobbing to him again.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't
really
think he's
hope
won
so.
a WrestleMania match yet.
Good. To be fair, has Logan won any PLE?
He knocked out Ray for the U.S. title.
Okay, yeah. No, you're right. Okay. Because I do remember even in Cleveland, he dropped the title to LA Knight. Maybe just the most recent PLEs that he's been losing.
And that's okay. Once again.
Oh, it's great.
Earn your stripes.
Yeah. I don't want him to earn anything. I think he'll be gone. I hope just like the Punk promo. He's gone in 2 years. No one forgets.
Okay,
no one forgets him.
So you wanted to know something that I want. I want War Raiders over the next 3 weeks to absolutely decimate every tag team in Raw. And then
Lucha Brothers.
Surprise entrant at WrestleMania. They have a surprise opponent at WrestleMania. And the Lucha Brothers get the titles.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
No better way to get the Lucha Brothers over.
I wanted to see how he'd get there, and I'm glad we let him do it all by himself.
You're growing up fast, sir.
Oh God, I love it.
You're growing up fast.
Well, there you have it. We're how many weeks? How many days?
I'd say about a month away.
I think you were right. I think
Close
you were
to a
right.
month away.
3 weeks, a month away. So there you go.
Month away from Mania. We'll be having a little pate at my place for night one. Wonder what's gonna main event. It's got to be the triple threat.
I'm only going if you got that buffalo chicken dip.
I'll let her know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get out of here. We went a little long today, but guess what? There was a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
When it came to Revolution, when it came to WWID. We got a little winded on that.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, booking is a tough thing to do, so we took it kind of seriously. But give us about, what do we need, Frankie, 15 minutes? Just for us to shut down and get to the other one. Are we not going, Frankie? That's up to you, buddy. It's Frankie Friday, baby. It's up to you.
Ooh, it's Frankie Friday.
You just want to do a quick out, like half hour, 45 minutes to an hour?
Oh, he just wants a quickie.
Yeah, well, he's 18.
Yeah,
that's all they know.
Bang, boom, out of the room.
One pump. But he doesn't even get the bing. He just butt up.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. We'll see you next Friday, 11 o'clock. It's Bad Karma Wrestling here in Illinois Studios. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.